put my stop up here, you can see how it had gone up towards the trend band, and then it pulled down. I got 18 points out of this. Pretty cool. Now, about the same time I was in that trade, I was also in the MYN. Now, this, I should have stayed in this longer. I got 160 points out here. Traders, I'm excited to show you our signals. Now, this is Monday, March the 9th. I'm going to show you the trades that I took last night using micros and the trades again this morning using these signals. Now, these signals are wild, and I'm going to show you some of the signals that were printed and the trades that I took with these.
Welcome to HolyGrail Algo, simplified trading. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. HolyGrail Algo is not liable for any loss or damages which may result directly or indirectly from such content.
Hey, I wanted to take a quick video here of this morning's trades, and this is a live market right now. This is Monday, March the 9th, first thing in the morning. I want to show you some of the trades that I had taken today, and I posted these in our Discord, and I'll show you some of the trades that I didn't capture every one of them while I was in the trade because there was a time I was in 3 at the same time, so it's a little hard to manage all that. But you can see what happened here. This is the MNQ this morning on a 5-minute candle, and these are all of our indicators working as an entire trading system. I didn't take this long right here because it was right there at the morning open, and it was pretty volatile this morning. But you can see we had a short print here. I didn't take the short, the reason why it's a green candle right here. But you can see what happened here. We had a pivot signal, and this pivot signal printed right after this candle right here, and guess what happened? This thing pushed up 100 points. Now, I took this trade. I did not get 100 points out of this. I got about 8 points out of it just because my trail was too tight. But boy, what a trade that was. And you can see what happened here. A little bit later, you can see what happened here. It broke above the trend band. This is very important. We're in an upward channel. This is our channel breaks indicator, and we had a long print. Now, I'd already made profit today. I'm up over $500 with just micros today. But I want to show you all of these. This one here I didn't take, but boy, what a massive trade this was. This thing pushed up over 100 points and really big trade. This here is gold. This is the micro gold. I did take some trades on here. I also posted these in our Discord. This one here had dropped. It called a short. Now it basically pushed back up, but after the push up, it dropped here, and we got a pretty nice little trade out of here. This one here was about 8 points or 80 ticks on the micro gold. Here we have MCL, and let me bring this chart over here and show you what happened here. MCL was incredible this morning. Now, I didn't take this trade. This is pretty important to note here. What you have here is here's the morning open right here. It had dropped, but I didn't really get a print. I didn't really want to take these trades, and the long had printed here, but you can see that we were in this channel here, and I saw this channel band up there, and I didn't want to get in this trade with this channel up here. This channel breaks is very important, and it can actually serve as support and resistance. And I seen this just above it. There was some profit on here. I mean, there was 15 ticks or so that you could have taken on here. But I did take this pivot. Now, this pivot had printed, and you can see it knew this thing was going to drop, and boy, did it ever drop. This thing was over 50 ticks right here on the drop. And then a little bit later, look at what we got here. This was a short print. Now, everything was great. We were broken out of the channel. We were below the trend band. Our cumulative delta at the time was really high, and this was a massive trade right here. Let me bring over the MES. And I'll show you the MES today. Now, this is the MES this morning, and I got in this trade right about here. It had dropped down, and I got 15 points on this, but I didn't take profit. I stayed in this trade, and it pushed up. So what I did was I put my stop above the trend band and above this channel right here. This is very important. This trend band is an incredible indicator. If you notice that it recolors all of these candles. So what you've got here is you've got these candles that when it goes above the trend band, or it's in that trend, it actually will recolor these green, and if it's below the trend or below the channels, it's going to color them all red. what happened here is right here, and I didn't take this at the morning because we were right there. It was pushing up to this channel. It's the first trade of the day. I'm not going to take it, and it was very volatile morning today. But we had this short print. I took this trade, and 15 points into it, I decided it was going to go bigger, and I didn't lock out, and it pushed up on me. I put my stop loss up here, and it made another big drop, and I got 18 points out of this trade right here. It's really good. A little bit later, we broke above the trend band. We got a long print, and now massive trade. This thing here was nearly 30 points on this push up right here. So these trades are very important. On this pivot right here, you can see what happened. It knew that it was going to pull back, and it did. This pivot was saying, hey, I think we're going to probably pull back here. So you can see 703 down to 96. You know, there's a big trade there. 7 points on the MNQ. I did take this trade on the micro Dow. Now this is the MYM. Let me make this chart a little bit bigger, and I'll show you. I got in this trade here, and I showed this in the Discord. I printed this here. And by the way, I didn't take this trade either. We're right here at the market open. Don't want to take those first trades. It's volatile morning, but I took this trade, and it pushed up on me. I put my stop loss up here above the trend band, and it dropped. I got 160 points out of this. Later, look what happened. It pushed. We got a long print, and it really pushed up. This was just a huge trade. Again, this is a live market. I put it back here on oil. You can see what's happened here. What a trade this was. Just a beautiful trade right here. This is great. So I like to trade the pivots when they print, and I wait, and the pivots will not print a signal till after a confirmation candle. So what happened was it printed this candle here. You didn't come, but as soon as this candle printed, the pivot showed up, and we have alerts set up. So I got a pop-up alert in my chart that this happened, and I took this trade here. Massive trade. So these are really cool the way these work. It waits on the confirmation. Again, the MNQ just pushing up. You could take these trades, and just with micros, you can have a pretty good size stop on these things. You can trade with a couple of micros, and in a single day, you can make hundreds of dollars with these, depending on what all instruments you want to trade and how much risk you want to put on. And here was that MES trade that I had taken this morning where I got 18 points. Now here I was in the trade right here. I did post this in the Discord. So I had put my stop up here. You can see how it had gone up towards the trend band, and then it pulled down. I got 18 points out of this. Pretty cool. Now about the same time I was in that trade, I was also in the MYN. Now this, I should have stayed in this longer. I got 160 points out here. This is where I was. You can see where my stop was. I pushed it up above the trend band to protect it because it did push up. Didn't have to go quite that far, but it did protect it. And should I had stayed in there, I would have got a little bit more out of it, and then we got the long call after that. So this was a really nice trade that I got this morning with this. If you like trading in the after hours, I want to show you what happened last night. Now, this is Sunday night. This is right with the market open, and you can see the big candle down here on the MNQ. That's your chart there on the left, and what a drop. But I didn't take that, but look what happened here. The pivot had printed. This thing pushed up over 80 points and then had another drop after that. The next chart over is the micro gold, and it had printed a short. I got in this trade. This was a really big trade. I got a really nice one out of that one there. Now, the next chart over is oil. This is all going on at the same time. The oil had printed a long, and you can see it really pushed up after the long. Oil just shot up, obviously due to the news and the war going on. And then we got a pivot up there. I didn't take the long, but I took the pivot. The pivot had dropped, and boy, what a really nice drop that was. That was a really big trade on there, but you can see what happened right there. Our tools are only $49 per year. It's an incredible value. Now, these all form a complete trading system. Our strength indicator and our long and short call or signal indicator create the signals. Then we have the trend band, and we have the cumulative delta that serve as filters. Then we also have a HolyGrail Algo dashboard. Now this dashboard, I didn't show this in this video, but we've got other videos that you can look at that does trailing profit. Now, you've probably heard of trailing stop losses. Well, this is a trailing profit target, and it's a unique system that allows you to capture much larger trades. All of these are $49 per year. Very incredible value. You can also join our Discord. In our Discord, you'll see some of the other traders that are posting their trades and how they're using it. And these work on any type of candle, any instrument, and any time frame. Everybody's got their own unique way of using these, but these are really good indicators and give you signals for making great trades. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment, and we'll continue to do this. I want to thank everybody for watching. Happy trading, and we'll catch you in the next video.